There's this story about a young girl who lost both her parents in a car accident when she was just 8 years old. And this little girl then was taken in by the auntie, and she started staying with the auntie and the auntie's husband. The auntie also had a daughter more or less the same age as her niece. After about 3 years of the niece staying with the auntie's husband died. So things were now a bit harder for the family, for the auntie, the daughter, and as well as the niece, because the husband who died was the breadwinner. So things were not very easy for this little family now. The niece started doing little part-time jobs. She started getting products and just selling on the markets and so forth, saving money and attending night schools just to really better her life. Fast forward 15 years later, she's doing well for herself. She's got her car, she finished her education, she's got her degree, and she's planning to buy a house. And on the other hand, auntie's daughter is really struggling. She is not doing that well. Two girls, more or less the same age, same upbringing or same scenario, similar, whereby the niece situation is actually worse. But she made decisions and she worked hard to come where she is today. So similar scenarios. I would say the niece situation is a bit worse because she lost both her parents at a very young age. Yes, the upbringing was hard, but the decisions that she made in life, or the actions that she took in life, budgeting, working hard, going for night school, are actually what has caused her to be where she is right now. So that's what today's video is about. Stop blaming others or stop blaming people for where you are. Just take responsibility over your own life.
You can't stop life from happening. You can do something about it. Life is 10% what happened to you, is 90% what you do about it. You got to stop tripping every time something happened to you like it's the end of the world. It ain't. God has seen you through all these years of your life. Why would he bring you this far to leave you?
So blaming. I think we're in a society whereby we easily blame everyone else but ourselves for what is happening around us, and we always have excuses. Sometimes when we don't succeed in life, or when we don't get to where we are, or just for many different reasons, we tend to do the blame or play the blame game. And we sometimes blame it on our parents, or it's the way I was brought up, or I was brought up from a poor family. But then you'd find there are people who are brought up from poor families, but who are really working hard, or who are actually taking action. And sometimes we blame parents, the government, we want to blame the pastor, we want to blame the church, we want to blame the economy, we want to blame it sometimes on spiritual forces and witchcraft and stuff like that. But I believe that there's always something that we can do ourselves. We can just take that action and just to better our lives. So what is it that we have to do? So what we need to do in life is we need to calculate our decisions very well in life. Before we make decisions, we should know that there are consequences for our decisions, and there are consequences for our actions. So make sure that we act right. And an example is this little girl. She was going through a whole difficult upbringing. She lost her parents, but she decided to do a bit extra, and she was selling things on the market, and she was upgrading her subjects, and she was working on her life. You know, she could have every reason to say, you know what, I'm an orphan, and you know, I'm struggling, this and that, but she actually took action, and the actions that she took actually paid off. So I have seen in a lot of Christians, you'd find that Christians are more like more like, no, I'm just going to pray about it, I'm just going to fast about it, I'll go for 40 days or 7 days, I'm just going to pray about this and that. Yes, it is okay to fast and pray about it, but it's about time we actually took action, because even the Bible says faith without action is dead. We need to actually take action for our lives, and we need to make decisions that are sound. Another thing as well, sometimes we'll be like, oh, I'm praying for my children, they are not well behaved and they just do things anyhow, and I'm just going to fast and I'm going to pray about it. But apart from prayer, we should take action as parents. Are you disciplining your child? And are you actually parenting your child as you should? Or are you just on Facebook, on social media, everywhere else, but absent in your children's lives? So apart from prayer, we need to actually take action, and it is this action that we take that will bring about a change. And sometimes we're like, oh, financially you're struggling. Yes, we know we're all struggling, especially with the economy and inflation and so many things that are happening, especially after COVID has happened, and most people are jobless and things like that. But there are people who are actually swallowing their pride, with their degrees or masters or whatever. There are people out there then who are doing work that they are overqualified for. So sometimes it takes you humbling yourself. It takes you willing to just start afresh or start again from, humble beginnings, and just to make it in life. And so when it comes to finance, sometimes we don't even budget. We are not willing to maybe swallow our pride and do certain jobs because we feel like, oh, I've got my degree, or I'm overqualified, I can't do ABC. And sometimes that affects our finances. Sometimes we don't even budget, or we make decisions that actually negatively affect our finances. And sometimes we're just impulsive buyers. Anything that comes, you just want to buy, and you don't budget. So basically, we do pray, we do fast, but it's important that we plan. It's important that we have a vision, what we want to attain in life, or where we want to be in life. And it takes planning, decision making, make the right decisions, do it prayerfully as well. Take action, action, action. Faith without works is dead. And it also takes us to be very, very disciplined in life, not just doing things anyhow. Let us just be disciplined in life. Okay. So maybe just to conclude, if there's anything you're taking from this video, just take responsibility, stop blaming, and we are a product of our actions.